Hello, and welcome to another educational video by Catspit Productions. I've been getting a lot of questions about the longevity and the durability of inkjet heat transfers compared to screen printing. So I thought we'd take a look at some shirts that have been inkjet transferred and some shirts that are screen printed. And these are all shirts that are old and have been laundered. Some of them are a couple years old. Some of the screen printed shirts are in excess of 15 years old, more along the lines of 20 years old. Some of these shirts I printed when I was first starting out with my brother. And so we're going to take a look at inkjet transfers for white shirts, what they look like after you wash them. Okay. Like that. We're going to also take a look at the inkjet transfers for dark garments. This is one such transfer right here, and you'll see how, when we do a close-up, you'll see how it wears compared to the other ones. It's not that great. And of course we've got the screen printed shirts that we'll take a look at here, of which I have a couple. There's some spot colors. And here is actually a process, 4-color process that I did some time ago, and we're going to take a look at those and compare them to, as far as longevity and durability and results.
Okay, here we are with the first two pile of shirts here are inkjet heat transfers made for white shirts. These are all Avery heat transfers. Okay, so these are the Avery heat transfers that you can find at Walmart or Staples or other office supply stores. Okay, now remember, all of my transfers are done with a heat press. So the application that you use is going to have an effect on the longevity and durability. So take a look at this one. You can see a little bit of cracking in the green and in the red. You see that? Okay, this shirt has probably been washed. It's about a year old. Okay, so it's been washed many times. Okay, there's that one. Now here's another one. Again, this one's actually about 2 years old. You can see the cracking in the black. Okay. But as you can see, it's, to me that's fully acceptable. It's not bad. And in reality, it's not so much cracking as it is fading. It looks like there's some cracking and stuff, but it's actually pretty good condition. Okay. Now, here's one that's about 3 years old, and this is an older formula from Avery. And this one you can see, let's open this shirt up a little bit. This one you can see that there is a substantial amount of cracking. Okay, so this is an old formula. Now, Avery came out with a new formula which combats that cracking. Here is the new formula, and look at that. You see that? You see the difference there? Now, I will say that the new formula is a little bit more patchy, but not too patchy. In other words, for the benefits that you get, it's worth it. Okay, and the last one that I'm going to show you here of the white inkjet transfers is their latest formula. And it looks a little pale. You can see there's blacks and stuff, and it looks pale, but you'll notice that there's no cracking whatsoever. But this one too has a little heavier feel. And then, actually when you spread the shirt, you can see it will crack. That's the nature of the beast. You're never going to avoid that. not with heat transfers. With a Plastisol heat transfer, you could avoid that. Okay, now here's the worst thing possible, which is an inkjet heat transfer for dark garments. And this shirt has been washed about 3 times. And you can see that the cracking is very severe, and the reason for that is because there's a big white rubbery backing that the image is actually printed on. So it's a heavy rubber, layer, and then the inkjet is on top of that. So it cracks, and the ink comes off of it and everything. It's really a substandard technique. I don't suggest using heat transfers for dark garments at all. Okay, now on the other end, let's take a look at screen printing. This is a fairly new shirt. This has probably been washed about a dozen times. As you can see, it doesn't care. Screen printing will last years, and screen printing actually will last, depending on how you launder it. If you're one of those guys who launders your stuff harshly, then it's not going to last as long. But this shirt's been, again, this one's been washed probably about a dozen times, maybe more. Let's move on to this one. Okay, this shirt here is literally about 20 years old. Okay, so this shirt has been washed countless times. Countless times. This is all Plastisol ink, spot colors. Okay, and I printed this shirt when I was working with my brother many, many years ago. I believe I was still in high school when I did this shirt. And I've worn it many times, but it's been washed. I mean, look at it. Look at that. Plastisol ink has the flexibility and the durability that you want. Okay, here's one here. I wanted to show you this one. It's a one-color print, but you could see that the shirt has holes in it, and the screen print is still good. So in many cases, the screen print will outlast the shirt. Okay, here's another one on a black screen print. As you can see, the screen printing, it's like it was brand new. It was like it was printed yesterday. This one, you can see that there's actually some metallic ink that has worn off. This shirt is also about 20 years old. That used to be a gold metallic ink, and now, as you can see, it has faded off. So the metallic inks in screen printing are not that great for longevity. Okay, and lastly, we have a 4-color process. This is a real soft hand, meaning that it feels like shirt. You can't tell the difference, and obviously with this shirt, you're going to see the texture of the shirt more than anything else, because with a soft hand print, the ink is pretty much in the knit quite a bit, rather than like a spot color, which sits on top of the fabric. Okay, and that's it. I just wanted to show you guys a little bit of a comparison between screen printing and inkjet heat transfers and how they look. Okay, that's it for today. Thanks for watching. Please rate 5 stars, and of course, please subscribe.